We're Texas CASA, and we're exploring issues in the foster care system that need fixing and proposing solutions. This is The Fix.
If I could change one thing about the foster care system, it would be to raise awareness about unconscious bias and how unconscious bias shapes all of our decisions and our actions, particularly around foster care system, decisions around who gets placed, who doesn't. I think unconscious bias is one of the things I would definitely change, because bias, I tell everyone to have bias is to be human, but to be aware of how our biases shape us is so important. You know, every day our brains take in so much information that our brains make shortcuts, and those shortcuts are what gets us into trouble, because we are trying to process millions of bits of information day in and day out. You know, when our brains make these shortcuts, they're called cognitive bias, and cognitive bias are basically memory errors that exist when we're trying to make these shortcuts in information. And so our brains make shortcuts with associations. So if I say peanut butter, most people think of jelly. Or if I say salt, people think of pepper, right? And so there's a number of different biases that shape us every day, many times without us even thinking about it. And those biases are really, I think, impactful on decisions that affect our children in foster care. And so if I could change one thing about foster care, it would be to raise the awareness around how our biases show up, how they exist, how they influence our decisions, and how we could challenge those biases so that every child gets a fair opportunity to have a full and healthy life. That's what I would change, and that's the fix.